the freedom that are enjoyed by presiding officers to decide on whether to keep a person in custody or not can, to some degree, contribute to more crime that we're experiencing in the country. So when the presiding officer decided to grant a murder suspect more than one bail, he goes out, he commits another murder, he comes back in, he goes out, he commits another murder, he comes back in, it becomes an unending crime scene that you're dealing with. Honorable Chair members, there are many examples. Police officers can give you a list of them. We had one in KZN where a person was found guilty for 12 years, but wholly suspended. He walked out of the prison doors and he called his friend to have a celebration. When they arrive at home to organize celebration, the victims of that crime visited them while they were having the celebration. They killed 8 people. And the South Africans made noise that so many people killed in KZN, but forgetting that this is the community that decided to take the law into their own hands because the system failed them. When a person is found guilty for 12 years for serious crime, but that all the sentences are suspended, it makes you ask yourself a question. If you've lost a person, you've been raped, you will not accept that. But unfortunately, the law protects the very same perpetrator.
The man speaking in that clip is KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, currently testifying before a parliamentary ad hoc committee here in South Africa into his own allegations of widespread corruption and mismanagement within the South African police service and the justice system as a whole. The things that Mkhwanazi spoke of in that clip are not just an abstract concept for me, because as an almost lifelong resident of KwaZulu-Natal, the province which he oversees, I have direct and personal experience of the failures of our justice system. So about 10 years ago now, perhaps maybe a little more, 11 or 12, I can't remember the exact date, my cousin and I were the victims of a violent home invasion in which I, as a quadriplegic man who cannot walk and is wheelchair bound, fully expected to die. We were caught one Friday morning as my cousin was about to drive me out so that I could attend a business meeting, because my cousin acts as my primary caregiver. So at that point, that morning, my cousin had just transferred me from my wheelchair into the car, and as we were about to leave, a man came down our driveway and demanded a job. When he was told that we had no job for him, he told my cousin not to do anything stupid and that he just wanted our stuff. Now, I must reiterate and make this as clear as possible. I can't walk at all. So for the next 45 minutes, I was trapped outside, sitting in the car, fully expecting that my cousin was about to be killed and that my life would end shortly after. Thankfully, that did not happen, because when I didn't show up for the meeting I was supposed to attend, my colleague, who was armed at the time, came looking for me. Now, in the wake of the criminal's arrest, what happened was that a few weeks afterwards, we were called to a police station about 45 minutes away from my home to identify him as our attacker, which we did at great physical difficulty to myself, including having to be carried in my wheelchair into a police station and up 2 flights of stairs by 4 police officers. After that, the attacker was held for about a year in custody, and then we were told that the prosecutor declined to prosecute. I was never told exactly why, what the reason was that they were letting him go, just that that was what was going to happen. So that's the story of the day I very nearly could have died along with my cousin. And for all we know, the guy that robbed us is out there today committing even worse crimes than he did against us. So what Mkhwanazi says is absolutely true. The South African justice system routinely fails ordinary people. And that is why so many people, when they can afford it in this country, pay for the privilege of private security. Because the fact is, in South Africa, it is no longer possible to rely on our police service to protect us in the way that they should.